In the wintertime, Gallagher Way turns into kind of like a winter wonderland. Because we just love being near the lake so much, Lincoln Park Zoo kind of scratches that itch in the middle. We have 17 miles of beachfront. There's a neighborhood for everything.
We both have families in Chicago. We're raising our kids in Chicago. I want to know, what are your favorite things to do with families, with your family in the city?
On the weekends, for the most part, because we're chocked full during the week. But I would say a lot of it's seasonal, which is one of the best parts about being in Chicago because we have different seasonal activities. So living in Old Irving, where we do, there is Wrigley Field is just east on Addison. Very, very easy for us to get to, and something that my girls have loved since they were little is going to Gallagher Way. In the summertime, they have little water sprinklers that pop up. They
have an ice rink right now.
So I'm getting to that in terms of the seasonality. So in the summertime, they bring in, kids guitar and music artists that kids love. They show movies in the summertime at Gallagher Way. They'll do
Movies in the park.
Movies in the park
is great.
And then in the wintertime, Gallagher Way turns into kind of like a winter wonderland. And they'll put the ice rink up and, sometimes bring like a little Chris Kindle market. It's really fun and really festive there. Yeah. So we love doing that. Proximity is very easy to get to.
I think right now, like going downtown, there's the ice rink at
Maggie Daly
and Millennium Park. You could do that. Can't do the Riverwalk right now, but in the summer, the Riverwalk is kind of key.
I love the Riverwalk.
It's like such a unique Chicago thing that's newer because it's only over the last 10 years that they've started really
when I was in my
out.
20s working corporately downtown, the Riverwalk was brand new. I'm not going to age myself.
15 years.
I used to love to just go sit on the Riverwalk during lunch breaks when I would be working downtown years ago.
And it's like all filled out now with all sorts of bars and restaurants,
kiosks, little ice cream shops, wine bars,
lawn area on where the river bends or where the river meets.
The junction.
Right.
Yep.
There's that little park area to just sit and just look at the
it's
beautiful
so fun.
Architecture.
The tiki boats, the hot tub boats.
Hot tub boats? That's great for now.
That's great for right now. Yeah. And then just watching kayakers and, the big boats that are heading out to the lake. It's awesome.
I will be looking forward to doing kayaking when my son is old enough. Two is a little too young, but
I'm not going to kayak. I love watching them, but you enjoy yourself.
I will tell you, one of the most memorable experiences I've ever had in the city is when my friend and I kayaked down the river for St. Patrick's Day.
All right, that's cool.
But it's always like so cold. It was just this one year we were able to do it because it was a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Quite an experience because you think it's like a parade for you. So I would say like kayaking with your kids can be a really fun activity. Maybe if you want to go.
And you can do that on the Chicago River, which heads toward the North Bank too. It doesn't all have to be downtown.
People are saying
they have their opinions.
They have their opinions, right? But it's gotten a lot better over the years. It's a lot cleaner. I've done it, kayaked the river several times. So when my son is old enough, it's definitely going to be something we regularly doing, I would say.
And then because we just love being near the lake so much, Lincoln Park Zoo kind of scratches that itch in the middle as well.
My wife always goes there because it's free.
And you can stroll, a suggested donation.
Is there? Do I walk right past it every time? I think I do. I support the city in many ways.
Yes.
But being free. And then right now, ZooLights, which is going to be ending soon because this is coming out in January. So ZooLights will be over. When, Christmas time comes around, it's a great activity.
Yeah, and also gorgeous landscape for photos.
True. With the
gardens there and...
It's where I proposed.
Oh.
Didn't you know that?
Probably, but everyone else gets engaged there too, so...
No, I know. We lived in Lincoln Park at first, and we bring our son back every year, and actually we're going tomorrow, so...
Okay.
He'll get to see that, so that's another great activity.
That's fun. Yeah, and then just all of the, big Chicago parks that we have close by. A really fun one right now for us being where we live is Horner Park, right on Irving Park Road in between Irving and Montrose and California and the river. In the summer, it's huge, and there's an actual hill, maybe one of the highest elevations in Chicago. I'll have to double check that.
That one and the one on Montrose Harbor.
Yeah,
hill there too.
But in the
we have hills in Chicago.
We do have hills, but there's the river trail, which is beautiful. But then in the winter when it snows, like right now, that hill at Horner Park is perfect for sledding.
Yes.
I enjoy playing tennis there. You can run laps around the park and it's bike. It's great.
That's a great one.
And then there's, little diamonds and fields there for leagues and things like that. So
same with Hamlin Park, which is right by us.
Hamlin is a great
park.
park.
We go to Hamlin Park all the time in Felger Park, which is a small play lot for toddlers.
Hamlin Park is bustling with
there's always stuff going on.
Games,
farmers markets,
yeah.
And the Sundays in the summer. And you can walk to like Scooters, Custard, best ice cream in the city.
Okay.
It's Custard, technically. They're closed 3 months during the winter, and then they open back up, and it's just...
Yeah, Logan Square Farmers Market is another fan favorite of our families. We used to do that all the time when the kids were little. We would just get in the stroller and walk over, take the dogs, buy flowers and, honey.
Green City Market.
Yeah.
Too.
Soaps.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, all the fun things. So, but yeah, those farmers markets are all over the city. So we love to support local.
We'll go to the Hamlin Park one and just make a day of it. The playground is bustling. You just sit around and eat some fresh fruits and vegetables and cookies.
Another thing is that Chicago has a lot of really family-friendly breweries, and I just think that that's such a nice release for parents because they've really got this figured out now. They've got big lots that these breweries are on. They're all enclosed. They'll bring bags for kids. They'll have, giant Jenga or Connect Four.
They just have a large outdoor patio where
right.
the kids can run around and it's fine. It's enclosed.
Yeah, we love Eris Brewing in Old Irving, right by our house. That one we can walk to, and neighbors will just get together, sit outside, let the kids run around, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Burning Bush Brewery on right by Horner Park too.
Yeah. That's a great one.
That one's great. And then I know Rockwell on the River has been really growing over the last really just couple of years. And that's at Rockwell, Belmont, and the River, California-ish.
Park and Field in Logan Square is also really fun. They bring fire pits outside. So, and then it's just sports bar on the inside. So it's just, again, kind of ticks all the boxes. You can definitely kill a few hours in the afternoon there.
Yeah. We're in the depths of winter right now, but if it was summer, just going to the beaches. And I think that's something that people bring up a lot is that they're surprised that Chicago has beaches.
We have 17 miles of beachfront from the south side of Chicago all the way up to Evanston.
You can that one view of Oak Street Beach, looking at
the Drake
and the Hancock. It's just like such a crazy, awesome view.
Again, places that we enjoyed when we were younger. And are now able to bring the kids is amazing. Yeah. So, North Avenue Beach has transformed considerably. I personally like to go to Hollywood Beach.
Oh, I like Montrose.
Yeah, Montrose Beach is great. Really, really big. But we found that our little Hollywood Beach is just a lot quieter and cleaner, I think. And, has the rest areas and a little bit of food here and there, easier parking. So yeah, if we have the time to drive to the lake, we will spend a full day at the beach. Bring a wagon. Pro tip.
That is a really good
The wagon is key. The water is warm too. And they've got lifeguards. Just a nod to the Real World Bucktown that aired back in the 90s?
The 90s.
Did you know that was their job? That was their summer job, was to be lifeguards at North Avenue Beach. Yeah.
My first apartment in Chicago was right around the corner from where they were. It was was it Leopard Gym was there for a while or something?
In Bucktown. That was before Bucktown popped too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Super cool loft space.
I was coming on the cusp of when Wicker Park had already changed its dynamic.
Oh, because you're so cool.
No. It was cool before I was there. It wasn't cool once I moved in. That's what some people say on social media too. Like, I moved in, now it can't be cool anymore, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. What's also funny, something that we do a lot with our son, and he just turned 2, is the museums. We're members of the Field Museum. I've gone to more museum visits in the last 2 years than I had in the previous 20. And then
Yeah.
growing up, I grew up in the suburbs. We visited all the museums.
MSI, Museum of Science and Industry.
Museum of Science and Industry, Field Museum, Shed Aquarium. I went to Shed Aquarium the day after Thanksgiving, I think, this year. Adler Planetarium, the Art Institute. They're all
Chicago
great.
Children's Museum at Navy Pier.
Yeah, and if your baby, you have a baby or a little one, I mean, they can nap in their stroller while you just go and learn and, have a day of it. If it's raining or whatever, it's a great option. Yes.
Maybe don't go on a rainy day because.
Well, if it ends up being
busiest.
rainy, yeah, you could stay there and you can really make a day of it, and then you're downtown and there's so much to do. But I think we kind of forget about those things that might be labeled as more touristy, but you can get a lot of benefits from it, and you get the benefits of being a resident.
You know what I always think about is that I sometimes take advantage of living in the city and having all of these amazing places to go with kids at my fingertips, and I wonder if I ever moved to the suburbs, would I make more of an effort to drive back into the city to do these things? I need to do more of it now because it's all right here. It's so easily accessible.
Well, we've taken some trips, outside the city for kids things as well, which is great if you want certain things that the city doesn't have, right? We went recently, earlier this year, to the Cole Children's Museum.
That's awesome. Yeah, so much fun.
Which is just north of Chicago. Ravinia, you could take your kids. There's plenty of day concerts. You don't have to go at the nighttime. Or if your kids are a little bit older, bring them to a concert. There's all sorts of variety there outside the city. Or we always go somewhere outside to go apple picking, pumpkin patches, whatever, right? We don't have apple orchards in the city,
right?
But they're all within hour and a half drive. Yeah, we don't need those year round, but just once a year we want to go take that trip, we can.
Yeah, it feels festive. The other fun thing that we try to take advantage of as much as possible are the street festivals, which are in every neighborhood. I would be sitting here for hours if I tried to list them all, but they are really, really fun. Yeah. Most of which are geared toward families, especially during the daytime. They'll have kids activities, but just all the food and the music and the vendors that come.
You could pretty much take any neighborhood or any street name and say fill in the blank fest.
Street fest.
Wicker Park fest.
Yeah.
Lincoln Avenue fest.
Yeah, they're everywhere, but
and a lot of them are very similar with only a few minor changes, right? Like all the same kind of vendors. So it's more so like where you live, you want to be able to like enjoy one. I personally live on Belmont and enjoy Burger Fest, which is right up my alley.
I love burgers too.
Yeah.
So.
We also do Retro on Roscoe, but that's just in our neighborhood and you can go all over, but they're all over the city and
they do. I think the city does a really good job of spacing them out too, so that they're staggered and they're not all on top of each other or not all happening in one area at the same time. So, it all depends on like what flavor you want out of your street fest. Right. There's a neighborhood for everything.
Something else that we do a lot is go to the library and take out some books. I haven't done that since I was a kid, but it's fun to
It is very
do
on
that.
brand for you.
But there's plenty of libraries. We have a great library system in the city and a lot of great bookstores that do like story time. We just went to Roscoe Books on Roscoe for a Christmas storytelling time and it was packed. Because families want that something to do, right?
Right.
It was fun, but it was packed. And another one we go to regularly is 3 Avenues Bookstore.
Bookshop, yep.
Yeah, it's on Southport and Wellington. Great shop, and they do kids story time. So it's a great like Saturday morning activity.
City Lit in Logan Square. We used to walk the girls there, and they brought in Michael's Music Machine, which he's the greatest like kids entertainer, and it was so much fun. And then we would just scoop around the corner and go to Lula Cafe and grab a breakfast bite and walk the boulevards.
Have you looked into Old Town music classes?
Yeah, we never did those, but they're all over Chicago.
Yeah,
and very popular.
Very popular with younger kids as well. Right now, we're members at Wonder Play and Coffee in Avondale. It's a newer. I think it just opened earlier this year, earlier 2025. It's great for kids of many ages. It's huge. It's really clean. Food is great, and they are great at hosting birthday parties. Like we had our son's birthday party there, and they were awesome. And so it was nice to have that
local option.
Yeah, local option, right?
For something different.
Yeah, there's a lot of like kids gyms and trampoline parks and everything that aren't specific to Chicago, but
dime a dozen though.
Yeah, but that's another easy thing to kind of get your kids if they have a lot of energy.
I would also just say too, like, don't forget that the Chicago Park District does such a phenomenal job with all of their facilities and all of the programs that they offer. Like my kids,
free pool.
Yeah, my kids have done Chicago Park District activities since they were 3 years old, ranging from dance to tennis to theater, ice skating, which we just wrapped up. I could go on. And I'm using their facilities too. You know, we have a lot of really nice, posh, you know, athletic clubs in the city, but do not discount what the Chicago Park District can offer.
Yeah.
Because they really, really do a great job of a ton of enrichment programs for all age levels in the city.
I think that people don't realize just how, I wouldn't say easy, but possible it is to raise kids in the city, right? A lot of people tend to ready for the suburbs or whatnot, but there's a lot of people that stay in the city too.
It's not just a concrete jungle. There is so much more.